Hello everyone. Welcome to my channel. Please subscribe and keep watching more details. Bold and the Beautiful, Luna's pregnancy sparks 5 major shocks. Bold and the Beautiful stuns with Luna Nozawa, Lisa Yamada, who is pregnant and using this presumed heir to make the Spencer men's lives absolutely miserable. The ripple effects from Luna getting Will Spencer, Crew Morrow, drunk and having her way with him are going to spread far and wide. We are going to discuss 5 huge fallouts that may be coming from this pregnancy plot, impacting more people than just Will and Luna. Luna's scheming appears to be working. She is definitely pregnant, as evidenced by multiple positive tests taken at Bill Spencer's, Don Diamorn, insistence. With no evidence to the contrary, the baby is presumed to be Will's. Luna claims she hasn't been with anyone else, and we haven't seen any indication of that. If Luna's plot hadn't resulted in a pregnancy, she might have given up and left Los Angeles. Perhaps her grandmothers, Sheila Carter, Kimberlyn Brown, and Lee Finnegan, Naomi Matsuda, could have convinced her to start fresh and avoid a life behind bars. However, her paternity plot to trap Will was successful, and now Luna is determined to stay in LA, fighting to keep her baby, which she sees as her ticket to a better life. But Luna's actions will undoubtedly cause significant collateral damage. Sheila and Deacon's marriage on the brink on B&B. One of the first major consequences could be the end of Sheila and Deacon Sharp's, Sean Kanan, marriage. This week, spoilers indicate Deacon is furious with Sheila upon discovering Luna is alive and that Sheila knew for some time, keeping it from him. Sheila has repeatedly lied to Deacon. And while he previously overlooked her secret contact with Luna, this time may be different. Deacon's leniency before was partly because he believed Luna was dead. However, with Luna alive and posing a threat, Deacon might finally snap. Furthermore, Deacon's relationship with his son, who is currently at Illinois Giardino, might influence his decision. He may not want to risk his son's safety with Luna actively trying to stay in Sheila's life. This marital strife could be why Deacon seeks out Taylor Hayes, Rebecca Budig, as they both have experienced betrayal from loved ones. Will and Electra's relationship in jeopardy. The second ripple effect could place Will and Electra Forrester's, Linnea Grace, relationship in serious jeopardy. Will is preparing to confess everything to Electra, who will be stunned to learn Luna is alive and that she manipulated him. The revelation that Luna is pregnant with his child will undoubtedly be devastating for Electra. Their relationship may not survive, as Luna's pregnancy will permanently tie Will to her. Electra might feel compelled to leave Will. However, there's a possibility they could reconcile in the future after Electra has time to process the situation, or if something were to happen to Luna. A glimmer of hope for Bill and Katie on Bold and the Beautiful. On a more positive note, the third potential outcome is a reconciliation between Bill and Katie Logan, Heather Tom. Bill has long sought to win Katie back, despite occasional detours with Sheila and Poppy Nozawa, Romy Park. Katie has always been the one that got away for Bill, especially since he cannot have Brooke Logan, Catherine Kelly Lang. Official Bold and the Beautiful spoilers for the fall suggest that Katie and Bill might rekindle their romance while working together to support their son, Will. Sheila's isolation and Luna's loyalty. The fourth impact of Luna's actions could see Sheila losing everyone except her granddaughter. As mentioned, her marriage to Deacon is at risk. Additionally, while Steffi Forrester, Jacqueline McInnes Wood, had recently softened towards Sheila after she took a bullet protecting her, this new revelation about hiding Luna and lying about her death, with Sheila as a co-conspirator, will likely slam that door shut. Sheila may also lose any chance of a relationship with her son, Finn Tanner Novlin. However, Sheila might accept losing Deacon and Finn if it means keeping Luna and her unborn great-grandchild in her life. Sheila has stated she won't give up on Luna and is even impressed by Luna's ability to outsmart the Spencer family. It appears Sheila is firmly in Luna's corner, as they share a similar crazy cloth and Sheila may have no one else left. Steffi Forrester's crusade for justice on Bold. The fifth and final fallout from Luna's scheme is Steffi's potential crusade to have Luna sent back to prison. This would be the second time Luna has targeted Steffi and Steffi narrowly escaped. With Jackie Wood back filming and Steffi returning to LA soon, she is expected to be furious upon learning the truth about Luna's survival and her actions. Steffi's peace of mind is shattered, and she will likely stop at nothing to see Luna incarcerated. However, Bill might oppose Steffi's crusade. He is adamant that Luna should have an abortion, but Luna refuses. Bill may prefer Luna to remain under his roof, making it easier for him to potentially harm her. He believes it would be simpler to kill Luna if she's nearby rather than have her imprisoned. Bill wants Luna Ina dead, not locked up. Bill's ideal scenario would be for Luna to give birth and the baby to be raised by someone else, like Will, Katie, or himself, but definitely not Luna and definitely not Psycho Sheila and Poisonous Poppy. There's also the possibility of an accident befalling Luna while she's under Bill Spencer's care. If Luna's pregnancy were to end, Will's nightmare could be avoided. Bill has already warned Luna that her pregnancy will end one way or another, and she will not give birth to a Spencer child. However, given Luna's resilience, similar to Sheila's, it's unlikely to be that simple. Los Angeles is about to explode with drama, betrayal, and heartbreak on The Bold and the Beautiful as Luna Nozawa's shocking pregnancy news sends waves through the Forrester and Spencer families. What begins as an emotional moment for Luna soon turns into a firestorm of secrets, suspicions, and shattered dreams. Her revelation sets off 5 massive shockwaves that will change lives forever. It all begins when Luna confides in her mother, Poppy, after days of nausea, mood swings, and a missed period. The pregnancy test leaves no doubt, she's expecting a baby. But there's just one unbearable truth she can't ignore, she's not entirely sure who the father is. Luna's heart belongs to R.J. Forrester, but that wild night at the beach house, the night she mistakenly slept with Zende after Poppy's magical mints, still haunts her. The guilt eats her alive. Now, with her mother staring at her in disbelief, Luna finally breaks down. "Mom, I think I might be pregnant, and I don't know if it's RJ's or Zende's." Poppy, ever the protective mother, is thrown into panic mode. Her past mistakes with men, money, and secrets come flooding back, and she realizes this scandal could destroy Luna's reputation and her own fragile new life in LA. Poppy urges Luna to stay quiet and get a DNA test before anyone finds out, but Luna's conscience is too heavy. She can't lie to RJ. She has to tell him, even if it costs her everything. When Luna tearfully confesses her pregnancy to RJ, he's stunned. His world stops spinning. RJ Forrester, the calm and grounded Forrester son, suddenly feels betrayed in the worst way. The girl he loved, the one he thought was his future, might be carrying his cousin's child. Couldn't get worse. The shocking truth about Poppy's mints comes to light. Lee Finnegan, always suspicious of her sister's lifestyle, confronts her after hearing whispers about the night of Luna's mistake. Lee, never one to hold back, digs deep and exposes Poppy's secret stash of hallucinogenic-laced breath mints. The revelation detonates like a bomb. Not only did Poppy's negligence cause Luna's life to spiral out of control, but it also threatens her job, her reputation, and her relationship with Bill Spencer, the man who was finally starting to trust her. Bill, who's been growing closer to Poppy, feels betrayed. "You let your daughter take something that could ruin her life? And you didn't even come clean," he thunders, storming out. Poppy's world collapses as she realizes her actions may have cost her everything, her man, her family, and her daughter's future. Just when the drama seems unbearable, a new twist leaves everyone stunned. Lee drops another bombshell. She reminds Poppy that years ago, she had a brief relationship with Bill Spencer that overlapped with the time she got pregnant with Luna. Could Bill be Luna's biological father? The mere suggestion sends Bill reeling. Suddenly, he's not just a man angry about secrets, he might be the father of the young woman caught in this scandal. Ridge and Brooke are stunned, and Katie is furious that Bill might have another child with yet another woman from his past. Luna, already overwhelmed, can barely process this new chaos. "So now I might be having my cousin's baby, and my biological father might be my boyfriend's grandfather's rival," she says tearfully. The tangled web of LA relationships has never been more twisted. Bill, however, steps up in a surprising way. He tells Luna he'll stand by her no matter what, whether he's her father or not. For the first time, Luna feels a sense of safety amid the storm, though the DNA tests now carry even higher stakes. After weeks of tension, tears, and sleepless nights, the DNA test results finally arrive. Everyone gathers at the hospital, Luna, RJ, Zende, Poppy, and even Bill, waiting for the truth that will define their futures. The room is thick with silence as the envelope is opened. Lee reads the results aloud, and gasps. The test shows that RJ Forrester is not the father. Luna's heart breaks instantly. Zende steps forward, guilt etched across his face. He's ready to take responsibility, to be the man she and the baby need. But then Lee's eyes widen. There's more. "However," she continues, voice trembling, "there's a genetic anomaly in Luna's test. It suggests that her biological father might not be who she believes." Everyone stares in disbelief. The secondary test confirms it. Bill Spencer is indeed Luna's biological father. The room erupts into chaos. Poppy bursts into tears, Bill stands frozen, and Ridge just shakes his head, realizing how deeply the Spencer and Forrester families are now intertwined. RJ's devastation deepens. The woman he loved is not only pregnant with his cousin's child but also possibly his father's rival's daughter. Aftermath, a new generation of scandal. In the weeks to come, Luna's life transforms. Though heartbroken, she decides to raise the baby on her own, determined not to let the sins of the past define her child's future. Zende offers support, promising to be there for her, but Luna insists on independence. "I'll love this baby enough for both of us," she says, channeling strength she never knew she had. Meanwhile, Bill quietly begins to bond with Luna, trying to make up for lost time as a father. Ridge, however, warns him to stay out of Forrester business, but Bill's protective instincts are unstoppable. The rivalry between Ridge and Bill reignites, this time with Luna and her baby caught in the crossfire. Poppy, haunted by guilt, vows to make amends. She gives up her risky habits, fights to rebuild trust with Bill, and promises to be a better mother. Lee, surprisingly, begins to soften. Even she can't deny that Luna's courage in facing the truth mirrors the best of both their family lines. And as the sun sets over Los Angeles, Luna stands on the cliffside, one hand on her growing belly, whispering softly, "You'll never be alone, little one. We'll write a new story, one that's ours." The next generation of the bold and the beautiful has officially begun, and Luna's pregnancy has changed everything forever.